Hi there, my name's Tyler, and this is my presentation for communications. First things first, the text we're referring to is Presenting to Win, The Art of Telling Your Story, and this book is all about presentations and how to present a presentation to win over the audience or persuade them, get them from point A to point B. A is where you start. They have a general idea of okay, something's going to be pitched to me, and then you want to move them to point B where they are getting a yes or no answer, and that's point B. And we want them obviously to be saying yes to an investment or something of that sort. The author of this text is Jerry Wiseman. He began in broadcasting and moved toward business, where he discovered the importance of a good presentation. Obviously, a bad presentation can disrupt a deal. It can void a deal because people just aren't feeling confident with the presentation. They aren't persuaded. But a good presentation is going to give the audience that feeling of confidence that they're going to get a good return on their money, or what they're investing in is good for them. So Jerry just was inspired by words and how they were able to move people, and so this entire book goes over strategies and techniques that were developed by Wiseman to create a very persuasive presentation. Some of these strategies and techniques talked about here include what's in it for you, knowing the audience, and capturing the audience. Beginning with what's in it for you, taken from what's in it for me. What's in it for you takes the components of what's in it for me and helps to move the audience to point B, because it goes over all the positive attributes of what's going to come with what's being presented. So an example of this would be quoted from Presenting to Win. If you invest in our company, you'll enjoy a great return on your money. So this statement is saying that if you, the audience, will give your money to us, we are going to give you something back in return that is positive. It's going to be good for you. And that's the whole point of what's in it for you, is just telling the audience everything that's in it for them versus what's in it for me. It's all about the audience, and that's going to create a more persuasive presentation. The next topic that is very important coming from the chapters is knowing the audience. Knowing the audience refers to the personal knowledge of the individual, like how well I know each person in the audience or the audience as a whole. So all too often, a presentation will become big, just crowded with information, and there's just no benefit to the audience when a PowerPoint presentation is overflowing with information. So in order to avoid these things, it's best to know the audience so that a presentation can be created specifically for them, with them in mind, being that these people are not going to understand a certain detail of graph or things that just need to be split up so that they can be more easily understood. Or if the colors in a graph, for example, the representations can be interpreted the wrong way to a particular race or ethnicity. And so it's things like this that help us to know the audience, and we can create a presentation that is welcoming to them, and they can gather more from the presentation than if we were to do other things that would either upset them or confuse them. The third component to these main topics from the book, this one is capturing the audience. And this is different from knowing the audience, because we're not looking to analyze the people in the audience. We're looking to grab their attention immediately by capturing. And in order to do this, we use gambits, and these gambits are just opening statements that help to capture the audience right away. There's 7 ideal or proven classics, as Wiseman says. These include questions, factoids, retrospect, and prospect, anecdotes, quotations, an analogy, or an aphorism. Can't say I've used all of those, but I have used a number of them, and all of them are just designed to grab the attention immediately. All these things that were talked about, pulled from the main chapters, what's in it for you, knowing the audience, and capturing the audience, can be put into corporate situations and jobs that I currently have, or you currently have. So for me, currently, I am in a position where I would like to gain more responsibility with my employer, as well as request a company vehicle. And so I can use what's in it for you to show my current employers that things that I need and that I can do and I have knowledge about can benefit their company. For example, with the vehicle, currently the vehicle that I use to work for them is running high on mileage and requires a number of maintenance that pile up in costs. And so a lot of those miles came from a year's work with that company. And so the what's in it for you part comes in when I tell them that I won't miss a day of work because my vehicle is in the garage, as well as a more fuel efficient vehicle for you will cost you less in gas money, which you already pay for. So they might need a little more convincing than that, but those are a few what's in it for you that I will use in my talk with them. Also, knowing my audience in a similar situation, I am looking to gain more responsibility for a little bit of a higher pay, and to utilize the knowledge that I'm obtaining through attending California Baptist University. And I can use the technique of knowing my audience to approach them in a way that is very family oriented. They're very family run business, and they're all about hiring from within, as well as helping out those that are already in the company. So being that I could request that to them and show them that I'm open to growing inside their company and taking on more responsibility, they will hopefully see me as a good candidate for that within their company. Finally, capturing the audience can be used in a scenario where my dream job includes camp ministry, and eventually I want to be the head director of a camp. And with that comes a lot of responsibility. And underneath me, there's going to be those who help to plan and initiate winter and summer camps for hundreds of children. And so in that, to prepare for that, I'm going to need to complete several presentations for them that aim to first draw them in and make them excited about the themes and everything that's going to be going on in that summer camp. And using those gambits, I'll just draw them in and get them excited as I am to work on that specific project for the kids. And that would be all on presenting to win oral presentation. Thank you for your time.